Our first guest tonight is a Grammy-nominated comedian and best-selling author. She is currently out on her Vaccinated and Horny tour. Please welcome back to the show our friend Chelsea Handler, everybody! Stunning as always. It's so wonderful to see you.
Oh, it's wonderful to see you, and I had no idea Fred Armisen was working here now.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, hello, Fred.
Hi, nice to see you.
It's very nice for a couple of our guests to almost bring a collaboration when they come on the show. Obviously, you did not know when you were coming that Martha Stewart was going to be on the show, but Martha posted this photo of herself a couple years ago in her pool. Very beautiful photo. And then, how quickly did you do that?
Well, I mean, I've always looked up to Martha for
Who doesn't? Right.
obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And it wasn't long after I saw that shot. I saw myself in her shot.
Yeah.
And I realized that I could reproduce that pretty quickly.
And what was her feedback? Because she had some feedback for you.
Her feedback was that her pool was a lot nicer than my pool.
I mean, she's not lying, right?
Well, I don't know that. I mean, can we compare pools? I mean, did we get a full view of either pool? I'm
I
not
don't know.
sure that
her pool looks super nice.
Okay, well, it sounds like you have a favorite out of the two of us.
I'm just saying, if you both invited me to a pool party, I'm like at Martha's house in 5 minutes.
Oh.
You know? Yeah.
Got it. Okay, good to know.
So you're touring your show, Vaccinated and Horny.
Yeah.
Feels like it's self-explanatory, but is there more to it?
Well, I guess, you know, it was very representative of being single during the pandemic.
Right.
Married people were dealing with their own, set of issues, like being married.
Yeah.
Or having children,
Yep.
you know, or having to homeschool those children. Single people were I was at home having a great time, well, with my landscaper mostly, because, you know, it was just the two of us for a couple of weeks. And at a certain point, it's not fun to do mushrooms alone. So I looped him in.
That's great.
And Vaccinated and Horny is just how I thought the whole, how all single people felt as soon as we were allowed out. And it was a dangerous time because if all single people get out at the same time and start penetrating, then, you know, there was going to be like a new STD strain or something like coverpies or something along those lines. So I wanted to avoid that, but make sure everybody knew that I was the place to come if you were single, vaccinated, and horny.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure, like, those people, for the purposes of buying the ticket, they also get a night of entertainment, but also you've let them know some important information about yourself.
Yes. And this is before I started my love affair with my boyfriend, Mr. Cho Koy.
Yeah.
So I still am vaccinated and horny, but it's now directed at one person.
That's great. So this is interesting because you're single during the pandemic, and obviously your boyfriend, Joe, who's also a super talented comedian, but you've known him forever. You guys met on Chelsea Lately. Do you now, because, you know, you did know him during the pandemic, or you look back and are you mad that you didn't meet him in the beginning just so you guys would go through it together?
No, I'm pretty glad that I went through that pandemic mostly solo.
Okay.
I mean, my sister did come and invade my house with her 3 children, which is something I've worked pretty, hard to avoid my whole life.
Yeah.
So that was a slight hiccup, but I think the pandemic was better. If you could do it solo, I think it was a good thing to do solo.
I've heard you, I believe you and I have even talked about your sister and her 3 children, and you have often framed it as an invasion. And I'm wondering,
a home invasion. That's what I call it. I sold that house. Well, actually, I put it on the market while they were still living there to send the message. And I promptly sold that house. I moved out of that house, and I bought a new house, and I have converted any extra bedroom into something that is not a bedroom. Not even something like a home gym that you could turn into a bedroom for the weekend? No, I don't have any extra bedrooms. And my sister's like, that seems pretty drastic. You have a pretty big family. And I'm like, well, these are the new rules.
Yeah.
You know, we vacation together a couple times a year. I think that's plenty.
Yeah. How do the kids feel about their aunt referring to them as home invaders?
They're used to me because they've known me since they were born, so they know that they're just lucky I'm not saying anything worse, you know? But actually, that's not true, because in my stand-up show, I do talk about my nephew a lot. I was a little bit worried about that, because, you know, as a public figure, when you talk about your family, they can be very sensitive about that. And it's hard, it's a conflict, because it's like, it's my story too.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah, that would be like Chelsea erasure if you're not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah, right.
How old is he?
He's 24.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah, right.
I mean, you're talking about a nephew. I think a lot of us are like, that poor 7-year-old.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, just in case. Yeah, his name is Jake Hutchinson.
Okay. Yeah. So people want to like Facebook him and verify
Just
the
in case
age.
you want to find out more about him, that's his name.
I have a lot more questions for you. We'll be right back with more from Chelsea Handler.